Aquarius workshop, the prize for self-development. I start with a quote from Pathwork Lecture 25, the path, the first steps, the preparation and decisions. The price you pay by going on this path of development is certainly a high one. But there is absolutely no other means on earth or in heaven to gain harmony, love, happiness, and complete inner security where nothing evil can ever touch you or throw you off balance. The prize is no self-pity, no self-delusion, utter severance with the self, time, effort, patience, perseverance, and courage. And what you will receive for this prize is indeed 100 times worth it. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 25. We choose this path of self-development because we want to be happy and find peace within ourselves. That is a very natural desire, arising from both the higher and the lower selves. The higher self knows that there is a price to be paid in the form of honest self-knowledge, facing and overcoming shortcomings, learning and applying the spiritual laws, etc. The lower self wants to get the happiness of the outside world without any price to pay. When we have made the decision to walk this path of self-development, we should take some time each day for steady spiritual work and persevere in it, not slacking off, but mobilizing the will to give the best of ourselves. Only in this way can we achieve something. The price is not too high. What we can easily acquire is not worth much. Only what we achieve through self-conquest brings the greatest happiness, and that happiness lasts forever. The reward comes very gradually and will become more and more visible and is 100 times more than what we have given. Every happiness has its price. Every new right a new duty. Every merit must be fought for. All achievements must be earned. The guide says that when the spirit world sees that we have taken this decision seriously and we persevere despite setbacks, we increasingly receive spiritual protection through an extra higher powerful spirit. The need will also arise to want to give something back to God, because giving from our abundance is receiving in abundance. In this workshop, we will explore with a loving curiosity, using 3 themes from the Pathwork Lectures, the prize for self-development. I start with the first theme, the spiritual law that there is a price to pay for everything. The price to be paid to embark on this path of self-development is certainly high, but there really is no other way on earth to achieve harmony, love, happiness, peace, security, invulnerability to evil and inner balance. There is no easy method or magic formula or prayer practice that can make us happy. Only by walking this path of self-development will we overcome lower self aspects and release a beautiful life force within ourselves, a spark that will completely change our lives. Now follows a quote from Pathwork Lecture 25. A thought for meditation. When you go into this path, you must also prepare yourself to abide by another of the spiritual laws. There is a price to be paid for everything. He who tries to avoid this will finally pay much dearer. And every single person is doing this constantly, one in one way, the other in a different way, one more obviously, the other more subtle and more in hiding. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 25. The second theme. The two fundamental barriers to self-development. Healthy desires are blocked by the wrong motive that we don't deserve it and by the resistance to pay the price. We are half-hearted. The conscious part has a strong desire and the unconscious, immature part doubts and wishes the impossible without too much effort. The more unconscious this fight is, the more intense is the outward, hyperactive effort to realize the desired. The unconscious lower part is apathetic and wishes to get what it wants without paying the price. It is necessary for the adult part to detect these hidden arguments. Now a quote from Pathwork Lecture 56. Those of you who do the work of self-search, check your emotional reactions to your specific desires. You will not find relief until and unless you find that in you which prohibits the fulfillment. Needless to say, there may be several reasons for it. The feeling of being undeserving, your disinclination to pay the price. But you will find that these two factors are very basic and all other factors, directly or indirectly, stem from these two. End of quote from Pathwork Lecture 56. The last and third theme. The power to pay the price. We unconsciously long for an authority to take charge and protect us from making mistakes, from having to pay any price, and from suffering the consequences of our shortcomings, negative intentions, and bad decisions. We crave the perfect life, free from frustration and discipline. And we believe it is possible to avoid mistakes and not have to pay a price. And that is a dangerous illusion. All confusion disappears when the surrender to God is pure and we want to be emotionally mature, intimately connected with others by helping and supporting them. The last quote stems from Lecture 256. Ask yourself some deeply probing questions. Are you really willing to assume full self-responsibility with all that this implies? Are you fully reconciled to the fact that you are still imperfect, are unable to avoid making mistakes? Are you truly willing to pay the price for them? The more willing you are to do so, the less expensive this price will be. The price will turn out to be a stepping stone, a threshold, a necessary lesson. Only by surrender to the will of God can the strength to do this come. Can you truly stand in the middle of life as it unfolds around you, never fleeing it, never denying it, never using spirituality as a means to escape from it? End of quote from Password Lecture 256. For more information, look at my website. I wish you peace and all the best. Thank you.